Hey everybody, Zero here. Just making a video more in depth about my dreads, since when I first got them I had to go to work, so take a little bit of time to do that now since I have the time. As you can see right now, I actually did get them into a ponytail. Even though they're not long enough to go into a ponytail, at least not the ones in the front, what I discovered was that since dreads are so thick and fuzzy, you can just kind of tuck them in to the rest of your hair and it'll stay. So for example, like the 4 dreads in the front are too short to even reach where the hair tie is in the back, but I'm able to just tuck them under other dreads and they stay. So that's awesome. I love that. And then as they get longer and stuff, you'll be able to, wrap your dread around the other dreads to keep them in a ponytail and stuff like that. It's gonna be sweet. But I like how you can just tuck them in and they stay. That's really cool. See, I'll kind of give you like a profile shot. I won't be able to see, but you guys can. It's kind of what they look like in a ponytail from the side. I'll take. They're so thick. Like even though it's just like the top part of my head, because the rest of it is just, as you can see, this is like all just. Somebody asked me about this in the last video. I have an undercut, which means that I had this all shaved, kind of like a mohawk. And this is all just growing in now. This is maybe like 4 inches long. Once it gets to be about 6 inches long, I'll probably dread this. But right now, just the top part being dreaded. Each dread is pretty thin, but like when you put them together in your hands, this whole thing right here is thicker than like my entire hair was when I would put it in a ponytail before. Like if I had a full head of hair. But as you can see, dreads are pretty moldable, malleable when you first get them. I don't know if that will continue as they mature or if they get kind of softer or whatever. But I just took the hair tie out and my hair hasn't moved yet. It's still in a ponytail pretty much. I'm just kind of fan these out, and then as you can see, now they're all completely sticking straight out, which looks ridiculous. But all it takes is a quick once over there with my hands, and they're pretty much back to being, pretty flat. So it's not a big problem. But they're pretty much bendable, shapeable, like as if there was like a wire inside of them or something. So I could take one and lift it up and stick it straight up and it'll stay. My roots are very messy from sleeping on them, but I don't really care too much about the roots. I'm not going to do a lot of maintenance on these. I'm not going to do like crochet hooking and too much palm rolling or like rubbing the ends or anything. I don't want blunted tips because I don't think rounded tips look really natural. I like the kind of wispy ends. And I don't know, I like the way they feel. They're it feels awesome to have dreads. I can't wait until they're a little bit more mature so I can take all the rubber bands out and not have to worry about like if they're gonna come undone, or if I take a shower if they're gonna come undone. I can't wait until they're just like part of me, like a normal part of me, and I don't have to worry about them coming undone. But in the meantime, like I said, I'll be doing just my normal videos when I go on trips and stuff, and when I just do random shit. So over the course of the videos throughout the months, you'll be able to see like how they mature and stuff. Some people have said that it's gonna look kind of weird with just the top part being done, because most people when they have dreads they have their whole head done and you'd have like layers of it and stuff. But I don't think it looks too bad right now. I tried taking some photos last night, and I don't know if it was because of the artificial lighting or the camera flash or whatever, but it like, I don't know, it only highlighted certain dreads and you could see all the short hair underneath, so it looked kind of bad. But I'm hoping it doesn't look that way to people, because it doesn't look that way to me right now. But I mean, then again, I can't see myself from different angles and stuff, so I don't really know how it looks. I can kind of turn. I guess there's kind of a large gap like between the first dread here and then the dreads on the side, but I can kind of course them this way. Yeah. So a neat thing about them is that normally when my hair was just, you know, straight, whenever I was at work, if I didn't have my hair in a ponytail, it would fall like right into my eyes, and sometimes get stuck like to my face or in my mouth or whatever. But now they're never in my eyes, which I like. Can try to kind of tuck them behind my ears, but they probably won't stay. Went over to my mother's house yesterday for Mother's Day to have lunch, and she didn't even say anything really. She didn't. I think she like mentioned them once briefly, like over lunch, but she didn't say anything when I first walked in the door. She didn't think they were bad or anything. She was just like, oh, you have dreads. So I guess my mom's pretty chill. And my boss mentioned them at work, but he was just like, oh, you have dreads. So, same thing. So my guess is that they don't look, you know, bad or messy or anything, because both my mom and my boss didn't say anything about them being a problem. So, but I'm super excited. I'm thinking about, you know, once they get longer and more mature and fatter and stuff, bleaching some of them, because I like that whole bleach mixed with like the brown kind of fading natural look type thing. I like the earth tones and all that. I might do that or I might not. Depends on what it looks like once my hair is a little bit longer. Can't wait to go to the Ren Fair this year with dreads. I've always wanted to have dreads when I've gone to a Ren Fair, because I see so many people there with dreads, and to me dreads is such an old, like, natural hairstyle that's been around for so long that it just seems to kind of fit like the Renaissance atmosphere, just because things seem older there. Yeah, that was my kitten jumping across the laptop screen. But yeah. So as you can see, as soon as I touch them, they kind of stick out. But oh, there's my phone. So yeah, I can just kind of like lift them up like this. And like I said before, not all of them go into the ponytail, but all I have to do is, once I wrap the hair tie around, just any loose ones, just tuck them in. They all seem to be staying right now. But I'm not sure if I like this little thing I got going on here. I kind of got this like mini mustache and like a little goatee thing, but I might just shave it all off, because I don't know, I look weird, I look different, I'm just not used to it. But yeah, I'm super stoked, and so it's kind of hard to see like how big the sections are, but I'd say they're probably like an inch by an inch. I told her to do just kind of random sections, because back in the day I was like big on, you know, making a grid pattern and having them be a certain size and a certain shape and all even and uniform, but I was just like, nah, I want them to be more natural. So I told her I didn't really care if some were bigger, some were smaller. I told her to just grab chunks, grab sections, whatever. So we didn't like section it off with a comb. She just kind of really just grabbed stuff, and it turned out great. I love it. So again, thank you to Katie, because she does an excellent job. I'm hoping that even though it took a really long time and it hurt her hands and stuff, that she'll be willing to come back and finish the bottom part when it's long enough. I hope she's not sick of doing it. It'll be a while anyway, but I'm hoping that she'll finish it, because if anybody else did it, I don't know if they'd turn out as good. And I mean, she did the top part anyway, so she could kind of keep the trend going of however she was doing it. But that's pretty much it. That's all I wanted to show you guys, was my dreads in a kind of a longer video, and you'll see more of them as time goes on. Alright, peace. The neat thing about dreads is that they're so thick and fuzzy that you can just kind of like tuck them in. So, for example, these two dreads right here are too short. They don't even reach to where the hair tie is, but you can just pull them back and then tuck them under some of the other dreads. Oops. Didn't tuck that one in very well. There. You can just tuck it in, and then of course the other one comes out. There we go. Okay. So, yeah, it'll probably